Swag on the beat.
Swag on the beat.
Swag on the beat.
Hello, welcome to the Swag on the Beat podcast. We are back for another week and we are pumped, and it is episode 35-ish, I think it is. Which we always look at the number before we come on air, and then we say the number very clearly and definitely right now
Yes,
live.
exactly. And me, Isaac, I'm happy to be here. And you, Frosty,
Yeah,
as it stands,
welcoming the new nickname.
welcoming
you.
Frosty Frostman as the outcome of our latest nickname poll to give Jack a nickname, and the first of his whole life. Not really the first.
Well, you can't give Jack the nickname, just give Frosty the Frosty nickname.
The Frosty nickname.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that other person is anymore.
Yeah.
So, yes, we had a poll with 4 options, and there was thousands of votes, so thank you to everyone who voted.
Yeah,
it was quite
you.
close, actually, but Frosty with 33% came out on top.
Yep.
And in equal second place on 24% was Sason Jackomanis and Morty, short for
Okay.
Voldemort,
Yep,
who shall
yep.
not be nicknamed.
Yep.
And then Speaker was last, but still close with 19%.
Geez, so a pretty, not really a landslide, but
no.
happy with Frosty.
No, just a regular mountain with no land disturbance and equal 4 corners, a pyramid. And so, like I was saying before, such is the nature with nicknames.
Yep.
Those other 3 may still get used. They're in the ether now.
Sure.
It's whatever comes to my
But
mind.
officially, the official nickname
Jack's official nickname
is Frosty.
Frosty.
And there's so many angles to it. Frosty the Snowman, Frosty Tips, Jack Frost.
Yep.
It's all happening.
The Frost, the cereal. Is that a cereal? Frosted Flakes.
Oh, no, you're thinking of Special K.
Yeah,
Very
right.
different. Yeah,
and
very
that's
different.
the last letter of Jack, so that's got to be out, and we're not thinking about that anymore.
Yeah.
But yes, Frosty.
But, yeah, pumped. And honoured and pumped.
Yep.
And happy to be called Frosty. So
Good on
pumped. Now, as we usually do, we have a follower of the week changeover. This is a changeover period. And because we had Jimmy Boy Stew last week, and the aim of his friend who nominated him was to get him as a listener, and we had correspondence with him, and he is confirmed listener. And he also went the extra mile as an extra mile listener, an EML, extra mile listener for the acronym people out there. He said, if you're ever down in Wollongong, come down and do a compression session with him. So I don't know what, I suppose that's a physio or a personal trainer of some sort.
Okay, right.
And
maybe, what else could compression be?
and he always said he offered a handstand and compression session.
Okay.
So I know what a handstand session is.
I mean, that one sounds a bit more self-explanatory.
Yeah. But, we, like my partner's from Wollongong, so I do frequent there often. So maybe Jimmy Boy Stew might see it down there in the gong.
Couple of handstands with J-Boy Stew.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
But he's on the outs.
So who we got replacing Mr.
We've got a guy called Jake Kadaru.
Okay.
And he is from all the way in England.
Mm-hmm.
And last week we mentioned that, I don't know how it came up, but we were talking about Mauritius. And if any listeners are from Mauritius.
Yep.
And the crazy thing is we've got an international listener in Jake. And we're like, wow, that's great. He's from England. The pod's being heard by adjacent to the Queen. But then he's gone, also, the whole of my dad's side of the family is from Mauritius. So there's this double link. So this big triangle between Australia, England, and Mauritius.
Wow.
And he's sending them all the way to the pod. So now they're listening to the pod. So there's a crew in Mauritius that are listening to the pod.
Mauritius and in England, not malicious.
No. Oh,
Maybe
that's
delicious.
What it was. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Thank you for listening.
So Jake, you're the new follower. We'll do that ASAP. We'll do that right now. And Jimmy Boy, you're out.
Always linked to Mauritius.
Yeah, forevermore. But yes,
and for a week.
Forever and a week.
Yes.
Mine is the forever. But huge show coming up. We've got a lot to get through. A lot of things to talk about are upcoming. A lot of big events in Swag World coming up.
Yeah,
that we need to get across.
The biggest probably being the party that is coming up that we have been drip feeding you information about as we receive it.
Yep.
And we've had some more updates as we liaise with the venue and with ourselves.
Yes.
And with the nature of running a party.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you'll all remember that last week or the week before we said how we were going to aim to make this event completely free.
Yep.
Free tickets, free drinks, free food.
Yep. We went high with the promises.
Keyword being aim.
Yeah, we aimed. God, was our aiming great. We had great aim.
We had pure intentions.
Yeah, we did. What we're getting at here is we may have to. We still, as you said a couple of weeks ago, it's a leave your wallet at home party. We still believe we can get close to that because all we're asking for is a slight exchange of money for the ticket.
Yeah,
a small cover charge because one, we get told by people, the powers that are above Swag, so the board's board, the people who are running Swag that we don't know, we're the puppet masters, very much smaller board.
It's a meeting room table on top of the board table, so you can't really see them.
Yeah. Very exclusive room.
Yeah.
We're getting told from them that we need to charge just a little bit,
Yeah.
just so that people aren't like collecting heaps of tickets
Yeah.
for free,
It's
and then
irresponsible.
not coming, and then we don't know about numbers, all this kind of stuff. So it's
Yeah.
a bit of buy-in.
It's irresponsible to have a free event because people will just secure the maximum amount of tickets when they see it's free, and then a lot of people don't rock up.
Yes.
And then you have the problem of if people secure free tickets,
Yep.
it doesn't incentivize them to follow through with
Yes,
that. So
yep.
a lot of people end up missing out when you
Yes.
have a free event. So
Yep.
we're going to charge a small amount, an amount that the smallest amount possible. We said to the board, we said, guys, if you're going to make us charge them,
Yep.
make it the smallest
Yep.
amount possible.
Smallest possible, yep.
So it's probably going to be somewhere around the $20 mark,
Yeah, about
around
that.
a crisp lobster
Yeah.
or an
Quick
e-lobster.
which we think is
online.
worth it because we're still maintaining the drinks
Yep.
on the house once you're in the room,
Yep.
and fully catered.
And free food. So,
So it's gonna be a huge night.
So we
It's gonna
want
be
you
a great
all
night.
to spend $20 on the ticket and then eat as much food and drink as many drinks as you can to
Yeah.
get your money's worth
Yep,
for
yep,
that
yep.
lobster.
That's our position now. So sorry for the slight change in trajectory.
It was out of our hands.
It's out of our hands, but I think it's still going to be. It's going to be an even better night
Yeah.
than what it was going to be.
Yeah.
Because we just didn't know that that's the nature of free events and tickets.
Yeah.
Is people go num 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 num. I'm going to
Yeah.
take them all.
Exactly.
And then
The
whatever.
rest of the event is in our hands.
Yes,
So we've got
yeah.
control over that.
Absolutely fully control. So that's a good to tick off that. Now we had a meeting yesterday, but there was something maybe it was 2 nights ago. I think Mike called and it was probably like 9 o'clock at night. Mike did a FaceTime call and you didn't pick up, which wasn't committed. No,
Oh, okay.
but it was late. And you called the group Mike.
Did this
And-
actually happen? Okay.
Yeah, and you were on the couch with Claire, your girlfriend, and you
Yeah.
were asking about dates for your holiday.
Oh yeah, we're going
yeah.
on holiday.
Going
yeah.
on holiday, and you said that you were asking, well, what is the exact date of the party? And I said 30th of August, Railway Hotel Brunswick. That's where it's going to be. That's the time. Oh, okay, because we are probably going to fly out 6 a.m. the next day. And then Claire said, apropos of nothing, oh, we should just stay at the party all night and then go straight to the airport.
Woo, woo.
And I just wanted to come on air and say, yes, you can do that, and we will forcibly encourage
Yeah.
you to do that
yes,
as well.
you will do
Well,
that.
Yes, because you. Yeah. So go on.
Can I say
Yeah.
slight change of plans, and I guess
Oh, from
theme-
the phone call, slight
the-
change.
Yeah, the theme of this segment is changes of plans. Like the
Okay,
money
okay,
is-
fair. Yep.
So
Yep.
we have decided we're going to fly out on the 1st of September. However, we could do like we'll pretend to go to the airport.
I pretend we'll
If
have.
you want, we'll do that. It was just a lot cheaper on the 1st.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you've moved your flight to your holiday. You and Claire going to Korea, South
Yeah,
Korea, I
yeah,
believe, not
just
the other
south,
one.
yeah.
From the Sunday, which is the 31st, to the 1st, which is the Monday.
I think you
Yes.
just have to party the whole way through.
Yeah,
I think
maybe
there's
it's the way
there's no better way than starting off a holiday by getting no sleep the 2 days prior. So I think you should just. I think that's what.
Well,
you guys
I think
should
we can. Failing that, we could have a ceremony where we get a group of people give a guard of honor to Claire and Mike as they leave the venue.
Yeah.
Say, have a great holiday, and have
And
Yeah,
you know
well,
what?
yeah.
We could bring suitcases, like, so it does
that's funny.
really, for all involved, it does feel like
Yeah.
we are
Okay,
going
yeah.
to the airport.
That's
Yeah,
great. Yeah,
that's good.
Keep the mirage.
We can
up.
learn some South Korean words. We
Yeah,
can dress
yeah.
up as Squid Game.
Ondaseyo.
Yeah. Oh, we're already there.
Which is great. Which is from Squid Game. Everyone, I didn't make that up.
Nice.
So for the listeners who come to the party, keep this quiet for the other members of the party who maybe haven't heard the podcast this particular episode. For all intents and purposes, Mike and Claire are leaving at that moment to go to the airport.
Getting a send
And
off.
we need to really keep that energy up.
Yep.
So that's another element of the party that we just added, which is great. Now, thank you for changing your date slightly to accommodate for the reason you did that. I can't remember why.
We didn't do it to accommodate you.
Oh.
We did it because it was a lot cheaper for
Oh,
us.
okay. Well, thank you for saving yourself money. I appreciate that. It's also, we've had an idea where for the party, we thought it would be fun to scroll through the followers of the podcast page and call someone at random. And if they pick up, they get a free entry to the party.
Free entry to the party.
Not
Yes.
if they're from far away,
They can make their own way.
make their
here.
own way. We would love to be able to source anyone from anywhere in the world to get there.
But once they get to
Yeah.
the gate or the door,
Yeah.
they can get in. Oh, no worries.
Yeah.
Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, the door is the force field of free zone.
Yeah.
Everywhere up until the door is your responsibility, but we're going to call them
Exactly.
and if they can
So
come,
we're
great.
gonna scroll, and by scroll we mean we're gonna spin the wheel We stayed up all night putting
PVA
thousands
glue.
and thousands of tiny circle
Yeah.
wedges on this wheel.
got a one in-
almost
yeah.
Unreadable,
Yeah.
but just enough, big enough that they are readable.
It's a
So we're going to
heavy,
spin
big
that
wheel.
now.
Yep.
If you, I think we're going to need a double spin. So if you want to go
Okay.
down, I'll go up. I'll go down.
3,
Ready?
2, 1.
Oh, jeez, that's a
Whoa.
massive wheel.
Yeah, great. Okay.
Okay, so that's spinning and
And-
it's slowing down. Okay, we're landing. We've
Whoa.
got someone. What's her name, Jack? Can you read out on the wheel?
It's Lauren Elise is where
Lauren
the wedge
Elise.
landed on.
Okay,
So Lauren, we're
two
going to call
first
you right
names.
now. Mike, ready with Bluetooth? Here we go.
Two first names like Frosty, formerly known as.
Yeah.
Oh no, you don't have two first names.
All calling.
Okay, it's calling.
Come on, Lauren.
Come on, Lauren.
Be our first guest at the party.
That's an interesting ringtone. Instagram.
Hello.
Hello, Lauren. It's Jack and Isaac from Swag and the Beat. How you going?
Good, thanks. How are you?
We're good. Sorry for the very random Instagram call, but you have the opportunity to be the first guest to our 1 million follower party. We're going to let you in for free. It's free drinks, free food, heaps of prizes giving away as well. The question is, would you like to come?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
great.
beautiful.
Where are you?
We're calling a random person from our follower list. So we're glad that you picked up. But yes, whereabouts in the world are you, Lauren?
I'm in Melbourne.
Oh, great.
Beautiful. That's close to
Okay.
where the party is.
Yeah, that's great.
You're the official first person on the invite
yeah,
list
great.
to our 1 million follower party on August 30th in Brunswick.
Out of interest, what did it come up with when the phone was ringing? Because we've never done that before.
It literally came up with Swag on the Beat podcast, and I think I couldn't quite believe my eyes, if I'm honest.
Oh,
With my
oh,
phone.
great.
Well, that's good that it worked.
Okay.
But were you otherwise aware of this party happening in next month?
Absolutely. No, I had no idea.
Well,
but-
Right.
beautiful. Look at that. Now it's a surprise party.
Yeah, well, up until now.
Awesome. All right. Well, yeah, Lauren, we will see you there.
We'll send you a DM, and we'll hopefully see you there. Thank you so much for picking up. That's amazing. First guest, Lauren. Lock it in.
Thank you. How exciting.
Yeah, great.
Thanks so much.
Sweet. Thanks,
Okay,
Lauren.
so-
Okay, see ya.
But
See you, bye.
locked in, 1 million follower party.
First attendee.
First guest.
Mhm.
Well, we'll be there. We're hosts.
First of many. First of hopefully many.
Hopefully many.
If we do this every week until the party, there'll be at least 7 people
Okay.
there.
Well, let's do that to make sure that some people
So
rock up.
First of at least 7.
First
or
of at least
9,
7.
because we'll be there, Mike.
Yep.
You'll be
10,
there.
Claire,
Oh,
11.
jeez, it's really
now,
packing out.
now we got ourselves
it's really
a party.
packing out.
All
All
right,
right.
don't miss out.
Frosty, Frostman, Frostmaster, the Frost of J.
Whoa, it is coming in thick and fast, the new nickname stuff, and I love it.
There is something we need to address because it's frankly getting out of control.
Oh,
And that is
the political and economic state of the world right now. Am I right, Will Smith's son?
No, that's very much in control,
Jaden
in my
Smith?
opinion. Yes.
Okay.
No, what is out of control, more so than the political and economic state of the world right now,
Wow, yep.
is the thickness of your wallet.
Oh.
If Mike is shaking his head and sighing as if you've noticed this before,
You have noticed it?
Yeah, you showed me it the other day.
Oh,
because
your
wallet
I
is-
was showing you mine.
Yeah, look at that. No one else
hang
can
on,
see it. But
okay,
yeah.
I will demonstrate. Your wallet is
Okay.
obscenely thick. I've got a measuring tape out here. Can you please?
Okay.
You've got your wallet on you, please. Frosty, fetch wallet, please. And we're going to measure the thickness against mine and Mike's.
What's an acceptable centimeter width?
Mine. Now people can turn the visuals on, Spotify visual, and
Well, do I reveal it now? Or do you want
yeah, let's show everybody the
Okay, if
thickness
you've got
of your wallet.
visuals, I'm
That
showing
is-
it to the camera.
That is absolutely outrageous.
Look.
That is so thick. It's curling over itself. It's not even made.
The hinge isn't
It's
in
not,
the right place
It's not
anymore.
made to be holding that much stuff. Mike, can you toss me yours, please? So
Wow.
here's mine, which is I think that's a standard wallet thickness. That's
Yeah.
pretty like run of
Yeah,
the
so
mill.
if you got visuals, have
And
a look.
Mike's is here as I'm showing to the
Exceptionally
camera,
thin.
even up the other end, which I massively
He's got
respect.
the iPod
Okay.
Nano. I've got the iPhone 1.
So, all right, I've got the measuring tape. I'm measuring the thickness of Mike's wallet, and that is exactly 1 centimeter. Mine,
Wow,
10 mil.
That is thin.
Very
Wow.
nice. Okay, mine is. Okay, oh, hang on, I'm getting a bit of fold there. Okay, mine is
This is humiliating.
27. No, 24 mils.
27. Oh, okay.
24 mils. All right, Jack.
Well, so
I'm gonna need 2 hands to receive. Oh, jeez. I've just
and
slammed
it's
that
not
down.
full of cash, unfortunately.
Okay, so the thickness of Jack. I don't think this measuring tape even goes up high enough. Okay. It's 41 centimeters. 41 mils. It's 4
4.1
centimeters.
4.1
The thickness
centimeters.
of that wallet. I don't even think Tony Soprano, if he held all his cash in his wallet instead of rolled up, would have a wallet that thick.
Yeah, look,
It is outrageous.
It is.
And
Yeah.
there's another thing that anytime you have to pay for something, for some reason you have about 14 bank cards.
I know,
Because what
I know.
you do is
Yeah.
you pull out each of them and you slap them on the table until you you find the one that you need to use. And I think you even just slap them all out, even if you've already got to the one you need to use, just as a bit of a statement of look how many cards I've got.
Well, how do you wait? So, Mike, how many cards do you have in here?
I reckon I've got like maybe 4 cards.
The essentials.
And that's my whole wallet.
Sorry to go through your wallet.
Well, that's what I'm about to do with you.
A Mikey,
Mikey.
a Qantas
Credit
a
card.
credit card?
Yeah.
Your license and your library card
Yep.
and a velocity card.
Beautiful. Respect.
That's a wholesome
that-
set
those-
of things.
and
I am getting more nervous about.
And how often, Mike, do you find yourself not having a card in your wallet that you need?
Never.
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 Exactly.
If I don't need it, it's out of the wallet.
Well, Jack, what we're going to do today
Well, okay.
is do exactly what you did with Mike. And maybe it's going to be a 34-minute segment because we're going to go through everything that's in your wallet.
Everything.
And I'm going to be the judge of
this
if
is
that
so bad.
deserves to
This
say.
is
If it's
bad.
if it's something private, you can just say that's private.
There's
and
nothing
I'll say
private.
that's fine. What is it?
No,
Tell us
nothing
what it
private.
is.
Just okay. You respect my privacy by
Yes.
just asking about it.
Exactly. So
No, there's
please,
nothing-
this. I don't even. I'm just going to try and put this in my jean pocket.
I feel like
I can't
some-
even fit it in my
I feel like
pocket.
some people would have wallets that size. Like if I'm a normal person,
yeah.
other normal people
Maybe
listening
that
would have
guy
a wallet
George
that's
Wardlaw,
4.1.
yeah, George Wardlaw, the tallest person ever, who was 8'11".
Right.
Maybe everything is proportioned to the size of him, so he had a ginormous wallet as
pretty
well.
tall.
But this wallet is too big for the size of you as a man. Can you please take everything out of there
Okay,
and
so
read out what it is?
Card holder 1 has
And also, sorry, not to mention. You put these back in here. Yeah. You've got 3 pockets in one side, which is a standard amount of pockets. He's got bloody 18 cards in the middle pocket and no cards in the front pocket.
no, because that's broken.
The front pocket
It's the
is
leather's
empty.
the leather's
Yeah,
ripped.
I'll tell you why it's broken because you got
got too
900
much
cards
stuff.
in there.
Yeah, well, it was anyway.
Okay,
no,
what-
it was too tight when I first got it because my friend got this for my 21st, I reckon,
Right. Okay.
and it was too tight to fit. Anyway,
Let's hear it. What do we got?
Okay,
He's
we've got-
pulled out. It's like a deck of Pokemon cards. He's pulled out a whole deck of cards.
okay. I'm gonna run out of ability. Okay, first one is like personal
Okay.
credit card,
Yep.
debit card. My other business card, the Swags card. A second personal spending card that I think is expired.
Let me have a look.
My-
That's a quick fix. Like Mikey.
Mikey,
Yep, that's fair.
like public
Okay, hang on,
transport
hang on.
card.
So I'm putting. So your personal card, your business cards, and your Mikey. That's fair game.
Yep.
They can stay. This second personal card.
Yep,
There's no
fair.
reason for existence.
Healthcare card.
Do you need to have that on hand?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't. If I'm going to the dentist or something, and that's like,
do
if
you
I
carry
forget, it's annoying.
Yeah. Oh, do you have a Medicare card as well?
yeah, but this
You can just take a photo of this. All you need is the number for it. All right, healthcare card. That's getting burnt.
that's in. I need that.
No,
though.
just take a photo of it, and then you don't. And then does
Then I forget where the photo is. License.
license? Obviously, that's fair
Expired.
game. Expired. Yeah, not fair game.
Well, I need it. I still need it.
But so you don't have a current license.
No, because I have to get because the photo is more than 10 years old. I have to get a new photo. Like that was when I was
Okay,
very
well,
young.
I'll softly pay that in lieu of your
a
real
secondary. I think my girlfriend needed one, and I had it on me or something.
license. No, you put that in the
A
discard.
David Jones voucher that has $22 left on it.
I mean, how long has
Left
that
over?
been in there for?
6 months. 6 months.
Nah, discard.
But it's
If you're not using it within
6 months. It's $22.
yeah, that's worth. Yeah, I think you should use it, but you should when you remember to go to David Jones and use it.
My university student
No, burn.
travel card. 2 travel cards.
Where are you? You're in Australia. Burn.
Leonardo's Pizza Palace, which is a great pizza joint. It's the business card
It's
over
not
there.
oh, it's just a business card. Yep, lose
Yep.
that.
3 Pokemon cards.
You can keep one of those.
This is the Everly Cocktails and Wine Bar, which just shut, actually. There's a lot of
So-
business cards.
so
at places.
you can discard
a picture of me when we were up in at Splendor.
You got a picture of yourself.
I put it in a wallet. At the moment it was taken. It was one of those...
Goes off to war and looks at the pictures of home, and it's a picture of him
a massage parlor loyalty card.
that has one of
One,
11.
and I keep forgetting to
stamps.
get that stamped,
No,
but I've been
that-
there probably 3 or 4 times.
That's gone.
Oh,
It'll be 5
no,
years
this will be
before
annoying
stamp
for you.
that.
A Char Grill, $10 for your next half chicken and chips at Char Grill Charlie's.
Actually, yeah, you have 2 of those. I mean,
Yeah, we can get one. We'll get one after. Let's
Yeah.
see. Look at the beautiful fun we're having because of the crap in my wallet.
I'll give you those.
The Apollo Inn is another bar.
No.
Receipt that has faded.
Ditch.
Can't be see it.
Receipts are all ditch.
Receipt.
Take a photo and throw them out.
Paid. I think I must have taken photos of these. Tickets to
40
the
ticket.
football. Richmond v Brisbane. I don't know why I
Don't
went to
even
that.
go to either of those teams.
It's just a lot of receipts. The Ridges Hotel,
so
we
much
stayed there
stuff.
for something.
Your room card for the
card.
Ridges Hotel.
Yeah,
Yes.
when we were
Throw
in
the
Goldie,
hell out
maybe?
of those. Okay, I think you can safely ditch the rest of this junk that's in the junk pocket. And moral of the story is look at what you've been reduced to. It's a beautifully small
Look at
and
that.
compact.
I'm now holding the wallet.
Yeah.
I'm now. I don't know if that was good for listening for the people, but I'm now holding my wallet, and it is probably smaller than your wallet.
Yeah, and respect. See, that's all you've got to put in there. This tiny little pile that I'm holding.
Pockets are so loose they'll probably fall straight out.
Maybe time for a new wallet. But there you go. I've done you a service. Now
you.
you don't have to every time you pull out that wallet to pay for something,
Yeah.
I can see the cashier's eyes widen as if to say, "What the hell is this guy hiding in his wallet?"
Well, I appreciate the active service.
They
you've
think
given
because
me.
I think initially you think, "Oh my goodness, fat wallet equals lots of cash," and then they see that there's just shrapnel and paraphernalia
Sometimes
falling
it
out
says
of every.
insufficient funds all the time.
Yeah. So I've just saved you all those.
No, I
awkward
appreciate
looks.
that. Love language, active service. So thank you for showing me that.
No worries, and we'll be auctioning off all these receipts.
Yeah,
and,
great.
healthcare
So if
cards
you
and
want an expired
licenses.
footy ticket or some receipts from old things that are mostly faded,
Yep.
send in and we'll send them to you.
Yeah, now you can do one less buckle on your belt because your pants aren't being weighed down by a
True.
5 kilo brick in your pocket.
True.
So you're welcome. Everyone, we've just come back quickly.
We're done with the segment. We're done with the segment.
Jack was trying to get away without me noticing this, but I checked in his coin pocket because there was still a bit of girth to the wallet. I opened up the coin pocket, and if you can see on your camera, there is mold in this pocket. There is mold
don't
everywhere.
think it's mold.
There's a moldy key, there's a moldy guitar pick, and there's a moldy dollar coin, and there's chewing gum from the Jurassic era in there. There is legitimate blue-green algae growing in this wallet pocket.
Okay. I will admit I can justify this. Sometimes when you're going out and you want to have chewing gum on you, I put it in that pocket, and then sometimes you don't need it or you forget about it, and then it sort
That
of
situation has never arisen for me.
spreads out in between the. Well, we've got Ollie.
Yeah.
Our friend Ollie, who's been on the show many times, is one of the twins. Actually, his twin brother Lucas do it as well. They will harvest mints out of the canister into a plastic bag and then put that in their pocket, and they carry that around, which is much more hygienic.
Yeah.
But it is the same principle, basically.
Those mints are pre-mouth.
Yeah.
This chewing gum is post-mouth.
No, I haven't put old chewing gum in here. No, it's like here's a bit.
But there's no paper
that.
around. Oh, there's no paper around.
Yeah, it's one of the non-paper ones.
You're not winning this one, mate.
That's why I didn't want to do this one.
Frosty, it's time for another round of
Impression game.
Yes, we love
incredible.
the intro.
Yep.
You can see it in your mind zooming into Springfield Elementary
Yep.
as Bart. Is that when he starts writing on the chalkboard?
Chalkboard, and it changes each week. Each episode has a new message on chalkboard, and this week's message is Impressions Game.
Impressions Game.
With Swag on the Beat.
Yes.
The latest episode.
Exactly. We've got
Yeah.
a new impression for this week.
Yeah.
And the person that's delivering it to us is Freya, who is in England and staying up especially late right now,
Well,
which we appreciate.
We did this recently with English listeners as well, so we thank the English for getting on board.
Maybe we can start recording at 5 a.m. So if we do have English people, it can be at a decent hour. But Freya, thanks
Yeah.
so much for jumping on today.
All good. Thanks a lot for having me.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's happening? What's happening in England at 1 a.m.?
Pretty much nothing. I'm playing Stardew Valley on the sofa and, talking to you guys.
Sounds fun. Okay, even more fun is the impression that you've sent in that I have read, but Mike and Frosty do not know yet.
Yet to
So,
hear, yeah.
Freya, the floor is now yours. Can you please reveal what impression we're going to be doing today? And make sure it's in your normal voice, not in the impression voice.
Okay, I have chose Britney Spears, Oh Baby Baby.
Oh, great.
Yes, okay.
Great. Mike sort of widening the eyes there.
Jack looked very excited and Mike looked defeated over there. Well, I'm pretty sure I saw you mouth, oh, damn.
Because before you started, Jack mentioned something to do with South Park, so my brain was all the way over in Eric Cartman.
Yeah, for
If I
context,
did.
Freya, for context, everyone, Freya's DP on her Instagram is a Cartman character. It's Kenny.
A South Park character. It's Kenny,
It's Kenny.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
Cartman's character. Yeah. He's a good character. There you go. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so
for that.
Britney Spears. I think for the sake of lengthening the impression, I reckon, what do you think about if we go, oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know? Just to
I'm happy
lengthen
with
it.
that.
Yeah, great.
Lengthen it out a bit. Okay. So Freya, you're going to be the judge of each of our impressions, and you're not going to know who is going first, second, and third. We've got the wheel again.
Again, we have the wheel.
We used the wheel already this episode, but we flipped it over onto the back. And this is the side of the wheel with less options than the first wheel we used. But we're going to use that now. Mike's going to spin it. And then Freya, the first person, will do the impression.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Mike, it's at Mike's side of the room, is it? Or is it over here?
There's a mirror on here, so it doesn't matter which side we look at. We can see the wheel on both
we don't
sides.
need to spin it, though.
Oh, no. It's already been spun.
Oh, it's spun, okay.
It's in that time.
It's almost about to
spun it.
land.
Great,
Yeah.
okay. And also, we're going to do an honesty audit here because, Freya, as you know, you spoke to Isaac and he knew about the impression before we had the show recording today. So, Isaac, have you honestly not tried to do this impression yourself before at home?
Honesty audit, I did it once.
Okay, but that's fine. That's part of the game. You found it. You found Freya's message, so you get the upper hand, slight upper hand.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, first player is about to get underway, Freya.
All in.
Oh, baby, how was I supposed to know? Still believe.
Little bit of creative
interesting
licensing
from
again.
player one.
Again, maybe
Interesting
not. Who
from player
knows?
one.
Okay. So Freya, keep that
Freya,
in mind
take notes.
as we move on to player two.
And also, we'll just say to anyone who's watching along, who's watching the video of this, maybe just turn away if you want to play along at home. But if you like ruining surprises and spoilers, keep your video going. It's up to you.
The choice is yours.
Free country.
Okay,
Free
play it.
world if you're in England as well.
Play two.
Oh, baby, how was I supposed to?
Oh, Britney's gone through puberty halfway through that.
Also, that was a did not finish. That person did not finish.
Yeah,
the
whoever it
impression.
was didn't finish, which is disappointing for them. Anyway, well, it's great that everyone turned off their video for that and cannot rewind and watch how that really fell off the tracks.
Okay, Freya, third and final person. Oh, baby, how was I supposed to know?
Wow. Okay, Freya, thank you for listening to our 3 attempts. Please, who is your favourite impression of Britney Spears?
Could be a lesser
Player
of
1,
all
2,
evils.
or 3. Yeah.
Well, it's definitely going to be hard. I would say the last one was definitely the Britney Spears breath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Breathy. So so that last one had the breath element.
The squeaky rubbery breath.
We're
at the
asking
start.
for the who did it as a whole the best.
But if I'm not mistaken, Freya,
But the
you're
breath,
saying the
so
last
you've given
person.
the breath. You've given the breath to the last person. If you want to give the whole winning, who would you give that to?
Okay, I might also have to give that to the third person.
Yes.
It did seem to be overall kind of perfect.
Thank you.
Oh,
I'll take
Interesting.
that. That was me,
Okay.
Isaac, who you chose there, Freya.
Right. And who do you think did the other two? Can you sort of could you guess that as well?
I did actually. I would think that you did the second one,
Yes.
Me as in Jack.
You,
Yeah,
Jack,
you
yes.
are correct.
Yes, Jack.
Wow.
and then Martin did the third.
And that leaves Mike with the first one.
Yeah. Would you
Yes.
say the second
Yeah.
one kind of had a bit of it was creatively free, maybe like it was a free artist going for it?
I would say it definitely channeled her worst moments.
Isaac, you know there's a stage in every relationship where you go to your partner's family house or see their family for the first time or first few times and you're on your best behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're being extra polite, you're engaging in every conversation you possibly can, maybe you're bringing gifts all the time, all this kind of stuff. And it's,
Potential future in-laws.
yeah, you never know, right? So it's kind of like rite of passage for each partner when they go to the in-law families to be kind of on their absolute best behavior.
Yep.
And it's a thing that hopefully stays along for a long time, stays around for a long time. But it's definitely in that initial period of relationship, you're sort of really thinking about it to make sure you present well so that they accept you into the family, etc.
Yeah. What does that mean for you, best behavior? Are you trying to crack gags or are you just trying to be polite at all costs? Or is it a matter of reading the room?
I'm a gag guy. I believe in
High risk, high
rapport.
reward.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Because I believe in, obviously you start with gags that are kind of in the G-rated zone. And then you pepper them and you see what sticks and then you just go hard down that line and you build rapport. Immediate rapport is the kind of aim.
Nice.
Because something happened recently that made me bring this up. But when it was my turn to meet Mickey's family for the first time, we were up in Wollongong going to the house and stuff. And I was sort of getting ready for that zone. And Mickey's mum is from Athens. So it's super Greek, you know. and super accommodating. That's the whole vibe. So
Hospitality
is A1. So she had the same kind of attitude towards me as meeting me. So we were both trying to be super nice, but she absolutely obliterated me for niceness.
Yeah.
I brought
No
some sort of a
surprise.
little gift or whatever, but she literally pushed me into the master bedroom upstairs and said, "This is yours, treat it like yours." So she slept
Awesome.
down with her 14-year-old son.
Oh, no way. Take my room.
Yeah, take my room. And I was like, okay, well, this is
can't
too
compete
much.
with
Yeah,
that.
I know. So anyway, that was my experience of that. But my brother recently got a partner, and they're great. She's coming over. She's really lovely. German.
This is this isn't the one I've met. This is
I don't think you've met. No, really fresh.
okay.
Anyway, I think she's in that stage of trying to be really nice around the family, show her a lot of respect, all this kind of thing. And she's like super lovely, super lovely.
But English second language.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like obviously, you know those Europeans who can just
yeah.
speak every language. So she's.
But that's an
obviously-
extra battle that you have to fight to get over that language barrier
Exactly.
as well.
Yeah, and just for people that don't know who my brother is, here's a quick refresher. He's the man who made that noise.
I was hoping that was going to come back.
Way back. So that was him attempting to sing. His singing prowess obviously earned him a girlfriend. So that's what you know. All that training, as you heard, obviously got him a girlfriend. But this, so the story starts. I was on my laptop in my room doing whatever, and I start hearing this like rattling sound. And I'm going, okay, like, what is that? I'm looking around the window. Is the window loose? There's a bit of wind outside. It keeps going. I'm like looking outside. Is there someone here? Whatever. And I sort of go, well, it's an old house. You know, it's just part of the house.
It does rattle your house.
It rattles.
Yeah.
It's a rattly house, which is fine. Anyway, so I sort of make my peace with it, and I just forget about it. And it's going on in a sort of background. But I'm doing things. I've got music playing or whatever's going on. 10 minutes
Rattlesnake
later,
by King Gizzard.
yeah, exactly. So it really covered it nicely. I pack up. I was leaving. I was probably going to your place or something. And I get up to leave, and I open my door. And as I open my door, it's kind of an intersection of 3 doors. So it's my brother has his room sort of diagonally opposite, and in between our 2 doors is the bathroom.
The dungeon.
Yeah. So I open my door, and Walter comes out of his bedroom door, and we sort of, whenever this happens, we sort of just look at each other and go, yeah, like we're about to fight. So that happened, and the rattling. Now that I'm there, I can hear is coming from the bathroom door, and I'm going, what's going on? And he's like, nothing. And look at the ground, and it's like it's an older house. So this door, the bathroom door, is not like a classic turn the knob and it locks. It's an actual key. It looks like it's from Harry Potter, right?
Yeah.
So it turns, and I see that key coming underneath the door. I'm going, what is going on? And then Walter grabs it and puts it in the lock, and it's a really Jimmy one, so you got to like hit it and like fiddle with it and stuff. Opens it, and Marie, his partner, is in there, and she's been trying to open the door for 10 minutes.
Oh, no.
This poor girl was silently stuck in the toilet and didn't want to make a noise because she didn't want to yell out and make a big fuss.
Oh, didn't have the phone to text.
Didn't have
Walter,
the phone.
'cause it's right next to the bedroom. Wouldn't
Right
have
next
thought to bring it.
Yeah.
I have experienced that bathroom before, and you can easily get stuck with that door.
It's rough. It's like, it feels 1850s-esque lock. I remember one of our mates was in there and he was like, I can't get out. And like, you can always do it under the door, but I thought it'd be more exciting if we got to take the key out and throw it out the window, and then I go in the garden, find it, and come all the way back up. So it's got a bit of history, this door. Anyway, this poor girl.
Oh,
anyway,
no.
So I find out that she's like, oh yeah, sorry, like this is the second time it's happened. So she's been trapped in the bathroom twice, and has elected not to make any noise and just waits for Walter to go, where is she?
Oh no! Talk about high risk, high reward. She's just going to have to leave the door open.
Yeah, I know.
Ajar.
Yeah.
That's I mean, your house has a lot of those quirks, being an old house.
Yeah.
But I guess that's what you'll come to know. Maybe, I mean, in Germany, they probably have old stuff as well. So
yeah, probably.
She should probably know.
She probably should know. Yeah. But look, I'll get some WD-40 or something for her to make sure like the lock actually moves a bit smoothly to save the embarrassment. But it made me think, if any of the listeners, I want to hear if you've recently started seeing someone or whatever it is, and there's been moments where you've been overly polite or done something wrong or whatever it is that you thought is more embarrassing maybe than it actually is.
Yeah.
Send them in because they're so funny and it's just a great.
Yeah, because she could have easily just knocked on the door and said hello. And
she thought she'd be like, help me, help me. So yeah, it's just a classic. Anyway, so if you've got anything that you reckon you have done or have seen or have experienced in that zone, please send them in because they're really funny. We'd love to read them out
Send
or
them
get
in.
you on the phone.
That'd be good.
Get on the show. Yeah. So, sorry for bringing that, Marie. But you're welcome around anytime, and peace and love.
Peace and love. Or as they say in German.
Ich liebe dich.
What does that mean?
I love you.
Oh, thanks.
Isaac, National Bounty Day is well on the way, and it's something we're super excited about. And there it is. There's the official theme of Bounty Day. So much support. We've got a few things to check off today just to get everyone up to date on where we're up to and how we see it going forward. But the amount of messages and comments and all this stuff we're getting on about the day is incredible. So
a lot of support.
There's
for
a
the
huge
bounties.
momentum, and we love it. And we feel like we could be history-making sort of stuff in that zone. We're sort of in the iconic zone now. Not to call it early.
Don't want to call it early because we know that most of the time history chooses what is made history.
Yeah, but we're gonna
force it.
a prospective,
historical
retrospective look at it. So it's kind of that double histro pro restro. So anyway, the first thing first cab off the rank is we have made contact with Mars, who are the owners of Bounty. Mike and I have been talking kind of to each other and to someone at Bounty. And
keeping me out of the loop for unknown reasons.
Well, for the reason of telling you now.
Oh,
basically.
What? You're talking to them?
Yeah.
My goodness. You know when you hear something for the first time? That's shocking.
Now, the thing that Mike actually pointed this out, the first point of contact that we had to Bounty, his name was Ben T.
No, it wasn't.
So it was
You're
Ben
taking
T.
the P155.
No, absolutely no P155's taken.
Ben T.
Ben T was his name. So already we can see the commitment to the
Wow.
people who are working for Bounty.
Okay.
And he's could be Benjamin Tam, which is his full name, but he's gone, I'm going to call myself Ben T.
Yeah, okay. And the other person is Colin Canutzi, or otherwise known as Coconut.
Great. So he's a couple of strawnies there. Okay, which is great. So we are basically going to lock in comms with them next week, I think.
Okay.
We're going to have a talk to them. They are really excited and they want to get on board Bounty Day.
I'm really excited.
In whatever
I want
they-
to get on board Bounty Day.
Great. Well, that makes two of you. And me and Mike is 4 plus everyone else. It's going to be huge. So that we can lock that in for next week. There will be a phone call on the show and we're going to talk about what Bounty Day means to them because they want to get behind it.
Awesome.
So
it's in their interest, directly in their interest
it
to
is
get behind
directly,
it.
surprisingly, they're on board. Surprisingly, okay. Now, as we were saying at the top of the segment, a lot of people are sending in their appreciation and excitement for Bounty Day. There are a lot of people. Interestingly, there's this subcategory of messages that we get. So there's the main category of messages, and there's the subcategory. There are people who are sending in saying, "I haven't had a bounty in 10 years. I've never had a bounty, but I've gone to the servo and tried it for the first time." And then they review them and they decide if they want to become a bounty hunter to join us on the 26th of July, National Bounty Hunting Day. National Bounty Day.
The Bounty Hunting Day.
Get the tagline right. It's your one job. So people like David T, Miles by Cheaper, and
He's probably
Sarah
related
Conlon.
to Ben T, honestly.
He probably is. Yeah, but these people never apologise. These people all went to find a bounty themselves, tried it, and sent a picture of them going, you know what? I haven't had it in 10 years. I wasn't sure what I thought of it.
Yeah. Now
Turns out I love it.
Now I've grown up.
Now
and
I've
I
grown
actually
up
like it.
and I actually like it.
You know who those people are sounding eerily like?
Go on.
Is a man right next to us in this room right now.
Wow.
Mr. Mike L. No
Oh.
relation to the T's.
Yeah.
That I've been holding off
Yeah.
on trying it. Like, should
Great.
I try before?
Hold off
We
no longer, young man.
Would like to induct you a real life bounty.
We rattle that for the listeners because before your eyes we have a glorious frosty speaking of frosty
thank you.
coconutted bar,
Yeah.
the Bounty.
Wow.
And so Mike's going to try this now. Well, you said you probably hadn't tried this in 10 years, you said?
I reckon 20.
20 years.
20
okay.
years.
Well,
Wow.
I
okay.
think I had it once as a kid and was like, no,
yeah,
not
I'm
for
a
me.
little stupid kid.
Okay,
I
so-
don't like it. Yeah,
So what we learnt from the people that sent in their messages is that they are willing to be inducted, and they are inducted. They are now officially bounty hunters,
Okay.
and that is what we want to do in the
Yep.
studio now.
So, Mike, no pressure.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Yeah.
We don't want you to just say that you like it.
We only want honest bounty hunters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to toss you one because, like you said, it comes with 2 in 1 pack.
Two in one pack.
I don't think it always used to be that way, but now it's the perfect chocolate.
The ratio, it's fantastic.
To inside ratio because you get the end piece, the double end piece in the middle. So, Mike,
faultless chocolate
are you
bar.
happy for me to toss it to you?
Yeah, go for
Isaac
it.
is now
Okay.
tossing the bounty bar to Mike, who has caught it with one hand, his right hand.
All right, Mike. Here we go.
And Mike, the official review.
So if I don't like it, I can't come.
Well, no, you're there, but you can't wear a cowboy hat and call
okay.
yourself a bounty hunter.
Yeah, you're just
okay,
there
smelling
as a bounty punter.
Okay, maybe let's put some intense music undertone music.
I am enjoying the smell.
Okay, you
so
like
I'll
the
take,
smell?
I
That's a
will
good
take
start.
my bite.
Sniffing and the teeth sinking for the first time. Mike Liberali chewing
It's a great
now.
texture.
He's thinking deep in thought. Does he actually like what he's
Rattle
doing?
it around the mouth, get all areas of the taste buds
Well, he's taking
involved
his time.
underneath the tongue.
Was a bigger bite than I thought he would take.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you, and this is authentic.
Has to be authentic.
I love it.
Wow,
I'm not joking.
Really?
I wonder if like kids have a stronger sensitivity to coconut flavoring.
Wow.
Because I love that. It's perfect.
Wow, that's great. Don't just say that for the show, because it will come out in the wash if you're doing a fake bounty hunter.
100% bounty. I love this.
We know he means it because we love them, and
Yeah.
he's just experiencing what we
That's true.
experienced at a younger,
That
more
is
developed
true.
age. Yeah.
Great. And so at second bite now, which we've seen viewers off camera, is a proof that he does actually like it.
His eyebrows are going up and
Wow.
down. He's shaking his head
Welcome.
in disbelief.
Okay,
so anyone who is still questioning,
Yeah.
Who maybe has been listening but isn't sure,
Yeah.
or maybe is in support of the bounties being
fantastic.
discontinued, or
Yep.
not passionate about it, go out and get yourself a bounty, because you can have a transformative experience like
Yep.
Radio Mike is having. He's astonished.
He's finished the bar. Mike has finished the bar.
Yeah, Mike, have the other one.
Yeah,
There
go
you
on.
go.
Yeah, go
there
on.
you go. Okay,
Great.
so
Okay, that's
Mike
fantastic.
on board. That's good.
Yeah.
And we just again want to thank everyone else who's come on board. We've got Megan Coleshill here, who is actually board member number 32.
Yep.
Who has added a photo of a whole box of bounties that she's bought. She's keen for Bounty Day, but in preparation just couldn't help herself. And all this speaking of bounties has made her want some.
The thing, look, we'll say to the listeners, seeing someone become a bounty hunter live in the studio has just given so much energy to this. So go and try it yourself, because
was
you might
amazing.
want it.
Yep.
You might love it.
Yeah.
And now officially in the
I'm
show
going to say
notes,
you will love it.
You say you will love
I'm going
it?
to say you will love it.
We need to get Mike a cowboy hat now.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need to have official. We'll go and we'll find 3 identical cowboy hats.
Okay, yeah,
And we'll
nice.
wear them on the day.
Yeah,
I think.
done. And speaking of on the day, we have some updates on location, because as of last week, we called some 7-Elevens, which was probably the no-brainer first pick for where we would go to get some bounties. But
I'm just getting cramp.
Jack's Jack's face.
I'm good. I'm sorry.
was
Go
looking
on.
like,
Go. I'm good. I'm
Popeye.
good. I'm
Okay.
good.
Cramps out? Do you
Yep,
need some
cramp
water?
done. No, I'm good.
Need a
I'm
massage?
good. I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, actually.
So, you have that massage voucher that you
Yeah.
only need to stamp 11 more times.
Yes,
But
yes.
it's already in the bin, hopefully not in your wallet anymore. Okay, so updates on the location. I went and looked at some other servos. Obviously, I checked one more 7-Eleven to just see if this was a localized incident,
Okay.
and there was none there, the 7-Eleven I went to. I went across to a United, there was none there. I
Really?
went to a
Okay.
Shell, there was 3 there, which I don't know if that's a good sign
Were
or a
they
bad sign.
in a box or on like the front counter?
In a box, and there was an empty box, only 3 there.
Okay.
So I don't know if that means people are buying them, or if it just means they have
Okay.
just left the same ones there for so long because they're not getting bought.
Wow.
And I went to Metco as a final one, and they did have some, the Metco petrol station, but
Yep.
not many. So I think we want to make maximum impact, right?
Yeah.
So we can't just go to a servo that has 8 bounties. We need to go for the big
Yeah,
ones.
sure,
we
great.
need to hit the big time.
Yep.
So you got to think about it like a heist, right? In Ocean's 11, they go hit up the casinos in Las Vegas. They're not going down to the local RSL and stealing the money from the pokies.
Great.
You got to go for the big ones. So maximum impact. I think we've got to look at supermarkets.
Okay, great.
And it looks like supermarket wise, we've got Coles, Woolies, and Big W that have bounties. Megan, who sent in before, said she sourced hers from Big W.
Oh.
So we know they've got them there. But and they're a lot cheaper at supermarkets than they are at servos. So that's a plus for our bounty hunters as well.
Yes, yep.
So I was thinking, I know you are, Jack, but Mike, are you familiar with Northcote Plaza?
Yes, I used to live around there.
Okay, so at one end of Northcote Plaza, there's a Coles. And at the other end of Northcote Plaza, there's another Coles.
Yeah, that's right.
There's 2 Coles at Northcote Plaza. No one knows why. No one asks questions. That's just the way it is.
I actually remember that from when I lived there. But I thought it was the same Coles for most of the time.
Nah, 2 different Coles.
Maybe there's the one aisle going all the way around the back.
just a bounty
They
aisle.
join up. Oh, wow.
No, so there's 2 Coles in this one plaza for no apparent reason.
Wow.
But I'm thinking maximum impact. We meet outside Northcote Plaza. we hit one Coles,
Yep.
we ransack them for all their bounties,
Yep,
and then we
yep.
go 100 meters north and we hit the other Coles
Wow.
within the same
I love
complex.
journeying as a group.
And we
It's
don't even have
exciting.
to leave the plaza. We don't
Yeah,
even have
it's
to
all
go
indoors, so for
outside
training, doesn't
once we're
matter.
indoors.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, you think, once again, think about it like a heist, like a bank heist. If you're robbing a bank and there's another bank right next door, you may as well hit that other bank
everyone's
on the way
here.
out. You get double the amount of money.
Hey guys, we're all here.
Yeah, we may as well. We got the
Might as
guns.
well do it.
So that's what I'm putting forward for
Wow,
location-wise. You
fantastic.
can hit 2 Coles in one go.
Yeah.
Maximum impact.
Did you go into a Coles and see how many?
I went into
bars they
both
have?
Coles and there was a surplus of bounties in both. I took photos of them. There was probably
Oh.
two rows of boxes and then
Oh.
another row on top.
Okay.
I'm talking bounties.
Okay,
There was a bounty of bounties.
Bountiful bounties.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So yeah, maximum impact, 2 Coles, 1 go.
That is a great pitch
Mm-hmm.
for location.
If 2 Coles
Yep.
have been ransacked of
Yeah.
bounties,
Yeah.
John Mars or whatever his name is going to go, hang on, guys.
His first name.
We need to do
Mercury.
something about this. His first name's what?
Mercury.
Mercury Mars. Yeah, that's good.
Sorry. Association. No, but okay. Do you think you went to these Coles? You had a look. Do you think
I wasn't being sus. I was acting normal.
You were acting
Yeah,
normal?
I bought
Hands in
I bought
pockets
a
whistling?
lettuce. I bought a lettuce just to like throw them off.
a whole head of lettuce?
Yeah.
Do you think there is a possibility that we could buy out both Coles of bounties? Is that
Yeah.
asking too much?
I think that's a guarantee.
Really?
I,
There's a lot. It sounds like there's a lot in there. How many
Yeah.
bounties do you reckon there were in there?
well, let's get the photo up. But I mean,
Okay.
either way, I think if we want to make a noise in the space,
Sure.
we need to bloody
Well, the people
buy
need
some
to get down.
bounties.
The people need to get down.
Yeah,
is
okay.
what we're
So
saying.
and they were on half price as well,
Oh,
which is
love
good.
that.
But hopefully, I mean, don't know how long that lasts. Hopefully, a
Yeah.
couple of weeks. But yeah, there's 4
Oh, yeah,
boxes.
great.
4 boxes of bounties. We'll put
Yep.
these photos up on the
Yep,
screen
we'll
so
finish
you
that.
can
This-
see.
yeah, great.
And then at the next Coles,
Oh,
three full
beautiful.
boxes.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's bountiful bounties.
Okay, I think we like that. 26th of July,
Yep.
which is the Saturday. What time? 11.
I think go midday,
Midday?
middle of the day.
Yeah.
That's when the most the
least
sun is the
expected.
most bountiful. The
Yeah, yeah,
sunshine is most bountiful.
Yep.
And so we'll meet out the front of the Coles in Northcote Plaza. Which Coles? We'll give you more details.
Okay,
to come.
great. That's massive. Well,
Yeah.
more to come. That's exciting. That's
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
it's getting
National
close.
Bounty Day.
It's
So
getting
once
close.
again, it
Yep.
is the Saturday the 26th
Yep.
of July.
Yep.
12 p.m. midday.
Yep.
National Bounty Day. So if you want to get involved, send us a DM.
Yep.
And we'll sort it out.
Yeah. Great.
Let's go.
We have made contact with Mars.
It's one small step for man.
We have made contact with Mars.
How was I supposed? One giant leap for mankind. Oh, baby.
Is there life on Mars?
So